way you like to shake, 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 shake your body nice, sweet, nice, sweet.
Welcome you this afternoon to Liverpool, to CGH Ministry, where we're hosting today the Windrush scheme and compensation surgery today, 20th of June 2021. As we all know, it's National Windrush Day on the 22nd, which is on Tuesday. And today is our first event of a few that will be running across the city. There will be others that will be held in the city centre. Today we have presentations from WD Legal in Manchester, and we have Citizens Outreach as well, who's hosting the program today.
My name is Tanika Stevenson, and I'll be chairing this event this afternoon. We would first like to welcome you, the guests, for being here to learn a bit more about Windrush, how it's affected our community, Liverpool, and what we can do. I will leave each panelist to introduce us as we get to them. So we'll first start with Anthony Brown, who will take and open out this event today. Hope you guys learned something, but more importantly, as Lorna said, please ask questions. We're here for you guys. It's not about us. I'm from Liverpool too, so if anybody needs any help, I'm here locally. I'm part of Windrush Defendants Legal. I'm also a director, and we're here to help. We're not part of the Home Office, as I've said in an interview earlier this week. We're here to help you guys. Thank you. Anthony?
Thank you. So, this afternoon is very important for me and for us here. You've heard Glenda talk about Preston Windrush Generation and Descendants. Well, I'm proud to declare today the launch of Liverpool Windrush Descendants and Windrush Generation and Descendants. It's always a bit of a mouthful. Liverpool Windrush Generation and Descendants.
That's okay, we're launching people.
My presentation is titled, Does Your Parents' Legal Status Matter? And until you've been in that boat, you don't understand what that really means. And I think for the majority of us, especially at our age, the Windrush descendants, Windrush daughters, Windrush sons, Windrush grandchildren. As I said before, my name's Glenda Andrews, and I'm the co-founder of Preston Windrush Generation and Descendants UK. We started in 2019 by Sakina Muncy, who's our founder. 34 at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And she contacted me to ask me if I was the Windrush generation. And of course I don't look it, I'm not old. So I said, no, I'm not, but I think my mum is. And she told me while she was applying for her daughter's passport to go to Spain on a school trip that she wasn't British. And I used a lot stronger language than I'm going to use here now. And I said it was ridiculous. How can someone born here in the UK and to have children all of a sudden wake up and find out that she's not British? And since then, me and Sakina have gone down a rabbit hole. And we went to Westminster because I think deep down those questions still need to be asked. Does your parents' legal status, because if your parents haven't naturalised, what's happening or what can happen to the next generation, their children, their grandchildren? I'm not going to talk forever, but my dad passed away in 2014 and it's Father's Day today, and in that fact I want to respect all dads and wish you all a happy Father's Day. But my dad came here from Dominica in 1961. He never naturalised. So that was a question that flagged up for me while we've been helping other people. So my dad never naturalised. My mum did. She got her naturalisation in 2019. She got her passport in 2020. You won't believe how long it takes. And sadly, my mum passed on the 4th of May this year. So for me, it's really, really important. I keep asking the Home Office the question, What happens to people like me? I'm born here. What happens for our children, my grandchildren?
When you leave here today, talk to your friends and family and other people and tell them about what you've heard. What we're trying to do in Liverpool is to identify people that's been affected by Windrush here in this city, because we don't know how many there are. So we want people to come forward and tell us their story. That's why the chapter in Liverpool is now declared open. Windrush is not just about the Caribbean people. Windrush affect people from the Commonwealth. So people from Africa, people from India, Bangladesh, etc., they're also affected. So please don't go away thinking it's just a Caribbean thing. Understand? It's not just a Caribbean thing. It's an African thing and an Indian thing and everything else. Commonwealth, that's important.
Having listened to Garrett, how do we heal? How do we move forward? What does it mean for us in Liverpool? A lot of people in Liverpool haven't taken up the government's offer to come forward and rectify their status because they don't trust them. And based on the track record, you really can't blame the people. But unfortunately, the status still needs to be rectified. So how can we do that? I'd like to introduce Lorna down on this point, and hopefully she can provide some insights on that. Thank you.
Hi again. Thanks for what Garrick talked about based on the trauma, because, and I think everybody here has mentioned, we do see people, we call them surgeries, they're one-to-one meetings that we have with people that are ready to rectify their status or maybe apply for compensation. And what we do see very often is the pain and the trauma that is being carried throughout and has been carried, and I don't know, like Tanika said, it's really emotional. It's an emotional piece of work that we're doing, and it's for our people. What we need to do together, what we need from you here, is we need a togetherness. We need to work on this together. We need to understand what is going on, how it affects all of us. It's not just the people that have been affected by Windrush, those that maybe were not in the country for long enough, so they've lost their right to register as a citizen, or whether they are being treated as an immigrant. It's not just about the person that is going through that issue, it's about everyone.
I'm going to keep mine quite short. The aim of this is to promote that we need to get our status rectified. The government is not our friend. They've given us a 3-year gap. We need to. So please do come along to our surgeries. The surgeries here, the Liverpool, Windrush, Generation and Descendants, which hopefully will be taking place in the church here and at the West Indian Centre in Liverpool. We will be supported by WD Legal. If you have any legal questions, any uncertainty about your status or compensation, if you have something unrelated to Windrush, please do come and see us. If we can help, we will. We're here for you guys. It's a free service, so why not take advantage of it? Everything you say to us will be kept confidential. We need to stand up for ourselves. We need to stand up for each other. We could only have strength in numbers. None of us can't do it alone. The other communities, the Asian, the Muslims, these other institutions, they have groups and commissions that fight on their behalf. Show me a black organization that represents black people or fight for black people. There's none. And why? Are we so disorganized that we can't come together and do something for each other? I really ask you guys to look at yourselves and really think about that question. There are strength in numbers, and we need to be there for each other, especially when we're living in such a community and an environment where everything we do is against us. Just because of the color of our skin, we're in the wrong. So thank you, panelists. That was really insightful. Thank you. I will pass it over now to Patricia.
So now I'm going to open the section for question and answers. If anyone in the audience have any questions to the panelists.
Thank you. I think I've been really ignorant to this to start with, because I didn't realise how it has impacted from 1948 to now. Not that this matters, but I really want to apologise for my government, for the people, you know, who are in charge of this. It's just a great injustice, and the way they've reneged on stuff. I can only apologise. I'd like to think that I can help in some way. If you can, I will. I'm here, you know. Use me, like, adopt me, whatever you want to do, you know.
I can tell you exactly what you can do and other people can do. First of all, write to your MP. Yeah, there is a campaign going out. You can find it, but if each person would write to their MP about this issue, regardless of whether your MP is Conservative, Labour, Green, Yellow, Pink, or Black, doesn't matter. Just raise the issue of concern of the injustice that is going on. And so that's something that's positive that we can do. Whether we're black, white, or yellow, we can do that. The other thing we can do is also spread the word and tell other people. One of the things we're trying to do is to get information out.
Thank you very much. My question is practically those who have attended this event, what support did they get or receive?
So there's where we have surgeries. You come to us, we'll go through the forms for you, with you, explain to you in layman terms what they're asking, what they need, and how you can best demonstrate that you've been affected. Unfortunately, some information that they need is from many years ago that you may not have, and then we will write letters, and we work with solicitors. So we will write letters on your behalf explaining, well, this document has been lost, and then try our best to help you. So that's how we will be able to, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for the person that asked the question. That's how we're able to help you guys.
A lot of us are volunteers, so a lot of it is from donations. I myself and Sakina, from the day that we started, it has been donations from other organisations, the public. We have a GoFundMe page. We welcome donations, and we welcome other people who've been impacted, or other lawyers, other solicitors, people who have experience or qualifications in other areas, so that they can assist those people that we come into contact with. I think this is absolutely brilliant what's starting in Liverpool. Again, it's about you, the people that are coming to listen, to also contribute and support those organisations with maybe some of the skills that you've got. But it's about us all coming together and supporting each other with a whole range of resources. So it's not just about knowing the law, but sometimes it's having a listening ear to some people that have been impacted. I hope that helps.
Just a brief question, basically. How do you go about getting a status if you don't know if you've got one already?
Very good point. Very good.
Okay, so the government issues documents so that if you want to access various services, or you want to prove that you have the legal right to be in the country if you're arrested, or other questions are asked of you. One of them is called indefinite leave to remain, and they will give you a biometric card that you can use and show when you're asked to produce it. So what Tanika will do, or what we will do in Liverpool, is we will set times. So the initial surgeries are going to be on a Thursday from 12 to 2. So you can drop in, or you can book an appointment, and then you can come and talk to one of us and tell us your situation, and then we will say to you, this is the route you can go down, or you're fine, you just need a letter from the government to say that you're already British. There are various applications that you can make depending on your situation. So it's difficult to sort of give specific advice in a general situation. This is why we say you have to come and talk about your specific situation, and then we will help you and take you through the process. It's a hand-holding service, basically.
The surgeries will be held here on a Thursday from 12 till 2, and then you can book appointments for one-to-one as well, you know, if you don't want to do it in the open surgery when you come along. So if you know anyone, just pass the information on to them. Injustice anywhere, yes, is a threat to justice everywhere. Did we get that? So this injustice of Windrush that's happening, it's happening here, but it's a threat to justice all over the world. You know, it might seem insignificant and it's only in the UK, but, you know, and darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only love can do that. So I just want to thank you all.